So
I think
so oh, sorry, Mike. Okay, so today's the 11th of December. Mike Howarth and I, Anthony Basil, we are going through the webinar or the workshop design for the February Bournemouth University conference. Mike, go ahead and show your picture again there because that was really valuable,
okay.
and
Um, if I'm talking
explain.
to if
Yeah.
I'm talking to who am I talking to?
Well, that's going to be the other stakeholders. So David,
And
Steve, and
and
probably Nan, our head of the
okay,
School of
right.
Computing.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. David, Steve, and Nan. Hi,
Yeah.
folks. Um, I'm taking some of Skip's brilliant ideas and trying to just turn them into, what it's going to look like in the end product. So I can get my head around it, if not anybody else. And so what I've done is sketched in my iPad about what we're really talking about. We're talking about three TVs pretty close around a small table, and in the middle is a 360-degree camera, and maybe there's another camera where taken from this viewpoint here, where I am, sort of in front of all three of them. Now that is going to require um, some pretty nifty. Uh, the camera's got to be positioned. The single camera's got to be positioned to get everybody. The 360 can be recorded for other uses, I think. But those three pictures, those three people, again, then going to go into a sequence. And first of all of those three people are going to, if I've got it right, Skip, are going to have a prepared presentation.
Yeah. The
And it's going to have
pre-scripted.
a
The script
beginning,
is already
it's,
made. Yeah.
it's going to have a beginning, it's going to have a middle, and it's going to have an end.
Hmm.
And we're going to stop at each stage and have a vote with the audience. And that's about as far as we've got. But but in general, in terms of practical layout and terms, but what Skip and I have been talking about, and I think might be really exciting, is the process of writing for the avatar. And this is where the possibility might be that uh, all the other participants write what they think they want to say, which I'm saying in the academic terms is usually reading from a written piece of paper. My background with the radio and everything else is I'm writing in spoken English, and that is a particular kind of thing that you learn to do. But the exciting thing is actually put that into somebody instead of putting into an actor's audio on radio, which I've done for all these years. I can put it into someone's mouth. So it's possible that the paper, or what I want to say anyway, is in my case super scripted. Hopefully it'll be top quality, but it may not be. But anyway, see what the AI does to proper spoken English and see if it can improve it. I mean, it may just get rid of the ums or the pauses or things like that. But the students will have three examples, a bit of our different approaches, and then they can choose. Then we can see what the AI does to those, because that is fantastic. Because
Yeah.
if I get anyway, I'll stop there, Skip.
No. That's great, Mike. So what we're looking at then, guys, is we're in the first part, we're going to have the topic around the conference theme of transforming education using technology. So what we're going to need to do is have Mike uh, write a script which is going to be, as he said, in kind of three sections, a beginning, middle, end, about his take on that topic, the theme of the conference. And then Steve would do his script, and then David would do his script. And what we'll do then is we will get the AI to take that script and add a response, add its bit to that. And then when David is feeding the script into the avatar, we would stop the session and get the stakeholders, the audience, to vote to see if they can identify which part is generated from the AI and which part is just the human script. And then that's the first half of the workshop. And that gives us some rich data to analyze later to be able to then see, okay, well, 80% of the people thought that in the first section, um, uh, 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 Mike's part was AI generated. Okay, and in the second part, Steve's section was AI generated. In the third part, David's text was AI generated. Okay, and so we would have that for a Turing test to see if we've convinced the audience who's human and whose response is text. But what Mike is also suggesting is an applied part of the workshop. So after we do that, and then we'll have the actual results and say, okay, in reality, the AI did say Mike first, Steve second in the middle, and then David third in the end. And so now we are going to actually apply that. So David would then be in a position where, like in our workshop, or excuse me, in the webinar that he did as a guest speaker, we could get one of the participants in the audience to become this avatar and have that text displayed in the avatar of the student. And so we're getting that audience engagement and kind of participation that way as well. So I think that summarizes it. What we're going to need to do is take this video, I'll send it off to everybody, and then we're going to need to start thinking about the script, about, I think probably, not more than 500 to 1,000 words, like a page or two is going to be your script that we'll need to break into the three parts, the beginning, middle, and end part. Does that sound about right to you, Mike?
Well, yes, Skip. I do think, though, what we're going to have to think about is exactly what's this going to look like, either online or in. You said it's going to be a live session. There's going to be people in the room, and
Yeah.
it's going to be going elsewhere. I mean, if it just stays in the room, that's fine, because you can flip from what's on the screen, projection screen of presumably the camera that's showing all of this lot here. I'm just put a box
Yep.
around this now to say that that's going to be possibly in the middle of a projection screen inside the room.
Exactly. Yeah. So we would invite any of the speakers to be at the conference. I did ask Nan about that, and apparently people presenting have to pay a registration fee, but that's because then they are invited to all of the other papers and events that are going on for the conference. But there would be no charge at all for you guys as presenters,
Yeah.
which you could come in person, and I'm inviting people to stay at my house, or just virtually. But in any case, we could get, like you're like behind the curtain, so to speak, while we're doing the first part. And then you come out and say, yeah, this is the actual real person now. If you want to ask some questions, we can talk, with the live human. And, you or David and Steve, would be able to do like a question and answer face to face or online as a Teams thing if you can't come down, and do that kind of participant generates an avatar. So I'm going to stop the recording here. I think we've captured a bit of it anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hope I made sense there.
No, this is great.